about the threshold of control. Now, it's a topic that Tony Robbins actually, the words are from him. The concept, though, is not from him, because it has to deal with problems and how you grow as a human to actually deal with these problems. Now, if you've got a little problem and you are bigger than the problem, you can handle it. For instance, we'll talk about you spill something in the kitchen, right? You've done it before, you know how to handle it, you can clean it right up. A child, maybe when he spills something, gets upset over it because this is his first time happening, he cries, whatever. So that child then grows from not being able to handle that little problem. The child grows a little bit. So the whole idea of threshold of control has to do with being able to handle problems. The things, that happens, especially in the real estate world or in business, whoa, excuse me, I just dropped the headphone, is that we have to grow beyond our problems and go through and encounter things that we might not otherwise, handle. And then that's why it's uncomfortable, and we cry and whine to ourselves or procrastinate. And the overcoming of these problems is actually the thing that helps us grow. For instance, I'm a real wimp for the cold, and that's kind of an affirmation I'm trying to overcome, but it's because it's uncomfortable for me. So in order to raise my threshold of control and in order to become a bigger person, I just say, you know what, we're gonna do it. Whatever it takes to do it is what you're gonna do. So what I do is, it's 65 degrees out here, but it was chilly when I first came out because there was no sun. The sun has just now come out. I put on my sweatshirt, I have on longer pants, and I said, you know what, we're gonna go out for a walk, we're gonna go out and just think about things, and what do you need to do so that you will go? I said, I need to wear my sweatshirt, need to wear long pants. Okay, done. So that's what I did in order to get outside. And then I started thinking about other things that I've done to grow as a person. One of the things that has grown me the most as a person was actually going overseas. Now, I went overseas because I wanted to experience things I had never experienced before. I wanted to throw myself in an environment that I would have no other option other than to make a change. And I actually went over to, my first overseas experience was to Scotland. And I went over there while I was in university. I went over there for my fourth year. So I was over there in my fourth year. And so, I had, been a college student for a while. And then the thing that I noticed the most going over there is that I had to trust myself. Even though nobody was telling me to do things on my own because I know they needed to be done. Does that make sense? And then later on, about 5 years later, I ended up going to another country called Syria. That was a life-changing decision. I was in Syria, and I tell you what, I was tossed head over foot trying to survive in there. Right? I had no sense of so yeah, I was totally trusting myself for that. And what I found was that I strengthened the trust that I had in myself in dealing with people and in making decisions and in finding the compass to what was right. Excuse me, there's a truck right here. Okay, so yeah, going into Syria, I was tossed head over foot. I had to learn to trust myself and all of my skills. And I wish I had written down more about this. It was about 11 years ago now. And when I think back about it, and after Syria, I ended up I was in Syria for a year and a little bit. And then I went to Dubai. And I still think back that my 1 year in Syria had more personal growth, more raising my threshold of control than the 6 years in Dubai did. So I think that threshold of control is just, you know, you can do anything, but how do you overcome? It's the practice in overcoming, not problems, but situations, navigating through, becoming more of a person, becoming a better problem solver, becoming a more competent, just well-rounded person, and knowing, and it's such a confidence boost too, knowing that you are able to you just trust yourself, and that yes, you make this decision and you move forward with it. Because what I realized going overseas is that I actually depended a lot on my surroundings. For instance, other student, when I was in Scotland, other students, you know, study habits, and other people doing, all right, now it's homework time, okay, now it's test prep time. And also in Scotland, it's in Britain, so the British, what they call it, the British Reserve, where they actually, you could actually contrast that to the American friendly, because it was quite the opposite. So in Britain, people tend to not actually be super friendly to each other in a public setting until somebody breaks that, right? So I am super friendly. I am the typical American. I mean, I'm walking down the street in my neighborhood, I'm saying hello, good morning to people who I don't know, but I like to be friendly, because my philosophy is that everybody's my friend, they just don't know it yet. And in Britain, though, it's different. Everybody is very reserved and kept to themselves. Of course, when you talk to people, you know, they're very much like everybody else, and very friendly once you get one-to-one. But the outer shell is called the British Reserve. And I say that because one of the things is to trust yourself, that you know people are friendly even if they don't look like it. Is just to know people are people and how to approach people. And I think that is one of the things that makes you grow as a person. And so now that the sun is out, now it's getting warm. Now I got my sweatshirt off. Whew. So I want to leave you with a question to say, what have you done in your life that has expanded your threshold of control, that has made you grow as a person? Maybe traveling overseas. I bet if you have children, that has really made you up your game in dealing with problems or letting things slide. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and also subscribe and like the video. Okay, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.